Hey everyone, welcome to Movie Watch. I'm your watcher Steve, and today I will be giving you my review of House of the Dragon Episode 3. Please be aware that this review will contain spoilers, as I will be going through the general events of the episode before giving you my final thoughts. So let's begin. We open to Lord Corlys' ships in flames. They are being sacked by the Crab Feeder's men and are burning. It's 3 years later than the previous episode, and war is raging in the Stepstones. Prince Daemon and Lord Corlys battle in the Stepstones is going badly. Although Daemon has a dragon, it is no help to him as the Crab Feeder and his men hide in caves when the dragons appear. Given that the war has lasted so long, he is obviously a skilled tactician. Elsewhere in King's Landing, Alicent Hightower, now married to King Viserys and Queen Consort of the Seven Kingdoms, mother to Aegon Targaryen, the King's son, is pregnant with her second child. A celebration is taking place for Aegon's second birthday. News reaches King Viserys about the ongoing battle in the Stepstones going badly, but he is not fazed and wants nothing to do with it. He would rather celebrate his son than worry about the important issues at hand. Noticing his daughter's absence from the celebration, he wonders where Rhaenyra is. Alicent goes to find her so that she may join the festivities, but the relationship between Rhaenyra and Alicent is now fractured. The two no longer see eye to eye, mainly due to Rhaenyra. It appears that Alicent is trying to mend the relationship, but Rhaenyra is still hurt from her betrayal. Eventually, Alicent manages to get Rhaenyra to enjoy the celebrations, and the whole family head to the Kingswood, where a hunt is being organised. On the way there, though, the mood is miserable. Rhaenyra makes it quite clear that she doesn't want to be there. The hunt is for a white hart, which is a white stag, an animal that is very rare and is associated with royalty and kingship. It is believed that in seeing one, the gods are displaying their favour towards you. Once at camp, Rhaenyra discovers, through an interaction with Sir Jason Lannister, a pompous man, that the king plans on marrying her to a suitable match, something that she is not at all pleased about. She takes this to mean that the king plans on marrying her off and replacing her as heir with Aegon. Rhaenyra storms off on horse away from the campsite, followed by Sir Criston Cole, her Kingsguard. Not missing a chance to further his cause, Otto Hightower tries to convince the king to marry Aegon, the king's son and Otto's grandson, to Rhaenyra. However, unfortunately for Otto this time, his plans don't get any traction. Sir Lionel Strong later advises the king that he should marry his daughter to Sir Laenor Velaryon in order to rebuild the relationship with Lord Corlys and his family. Back to Rhaenyra, who has decided not to return to camp, she and Sir Criston make a campfire of their own. They are attacked by a boar. Sir Criston stabs it, but it doesn't go down. It attacks Rhaenyra and she kills the beast, stabbing it countless times with a dagger she carries. It seems that she let go of all her anger and frustration on the boar, stabbing I don't know how many times, but by the end she is covered in blood. Later, Viserys and his party find a stag in the woods. It was reported to be a white hart, but when they do find it, it is just a normal stag in the end. It seems, in a way, Viserys is relieved that it's not a white hart. I think he believes that a white hart would have symbolised the god's support for Aegon to be named heir, but since it's just an ordinary stag, he takes this to mean he has made the right choice in Rhaenyra. Viserys struggles to kill the beast, needing 2 attempts with the spear he was gifted by the Lannisters. I think this is meant to symbolise his weakness as king, which is quite in contrast to Rhaenyra. I believe the boar is meant to symbolise bravery, and she has no trouble taking down her beast. On their way back to camp, Rhaenyra and Sir Criston happen upon a white hart, which is meant to symbolise the god's faith in her, and also relights the spark in Rhaenyra, who now, since seeing the stag, I think begins to believe in herself and now starts to believe that it is her god's given birthright to rule the Seven Kingdoms. Later, after everyone has returned from the hunt, Otto visits his daughter and talks with her about Aegon, trying to convince her that she should raise him to be king, as the realm will not accept Rhaenyra as queen. It is a distasteful topic to Alicent, but I think she can see his reasoning. I think she has two minds about it. The one that follows her honour, that she should not get in the way of what her husband and king has decreed, and the one of a mother, only wanting to protect her children and do what's best for them. Otto manages to convince her to guide the king towards Aegon, but upon learning that the war in the Stepstones is going badly, she decides to encourage the king to send aid instead, deeming the matter more important for now. The next day, after a successful discussion with her husband, Viserys announces that he is sending aid to Daemon and Corlys, and sends a small party to deliver the message to his brother. Eventually, when the message does reach Daemon, he loses his temper and beats the man that delivered the letter, his frustrations towards his brother pouring out uncontrollably. As the war was waged for 3 years, and his brother and king has only decided to send aid now, Daemon rather defeat the enemy on his own and leads a mission that would likely end in his death. Daemon tricks the crab feeder by heading out on his own and faking a surrender. He attacks all on his own, drawing the crab feeder's men out into the open. Lord Corlys's men appear out of nowhere and take down the enemy with the aid of the dragons, of course. Daemon chases after the crab feeder, who retreats into a cave, and then moments later, he is seen carrying half the corpse of the feeder outside, declaring his victory for the Stepstones. And the episode finishes there. Initially, when I first watched this episode, I thought it was a little slow, with not a lot happening, until the end anyway. But after a second viewing, I changed my mind. I think with my first watch, I didn't quite appreciate all of the symbolism in the episode. We have the white hart symbolizing royalty and the god's favor, and the boar symbolizing bravery. I think actually this was an important episode. I believe it is this one that Rhaenyra realizes that she does want to be queen after her father, and indeed wants to rule Westeros one day. It's through the worry that her half-brother may be named heir that she truly realizes what she wants. The symbolism of Viserys being met with a regular stag and Rhaenyra with a white hart was great. It helped her accept that she is meant to rule, and it showed us as the viewer that she is indeed meant to rule one day. This, in combination with her slaughter of the boar, shows her bravery and strength, something that her father lacks, as revealed by his struggle to take down the regular stag. He again reminded me of Robert from Game of Thrones in this one, with his drunkenness and lack of concern about the more pressing matters in the kingdom. Although I think Viserys is not necessarily a bad man, he's not a good king. He surrounds himself with very poor advisors, his most trusted of which absolutely has his own agenda. The only one of his advisors that I can see who is actually loyal to the realm is Lord Lionel Strong, the Master of Laws. He seems to be the only one to give trusted advice. Otto Hightower could learn a thing or two from him. I'm not sure if Otto is set out only to gain power, or if he does truly believe what he is doing is the right thing. I'm starting to think he does think he is doing what's right for the realm, but it's hard to tell. He doesn't seem like the most trusting person in the court, to say the least. I still think at this point Alicent is nothing more than a pawn for Otto. I'm keen to see her come out of her shell and finally be a boss. She definitely has the potential, and I think we will eventually get there, but I want it to hurry up already. I know we're only on episode 3, but I'm impatient for it. And as for Daemon, it was a good fight scene, but I would have liked to have seen more of him in this one. We didn't get to explore much of the Stepstones at all, which was a little disappointing, but the battle was good. Daemon is a boss for sure, and I do want to see more of him. That's probably my only criticism of this episode, I think, apart from it feeling a bit slower than the others. Again, overall I enjoyed the episode, but it wasn't the best of the series in my view. I think the first has been the best of the series so far, followed by the second, and then this one. But they've all been strong. This one just isn't my favourite from what I've seen. But those are my thoughts of House of the Dragon episode 3. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, then maybe check out some of my others. I also do movie and TV show trivia and quizzes, as well as point out Easter eggs that you might have missed. But anyway, that's it from me this time, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.